Frank Lampard is one of those people that will always divide opinions. Frank Lampard is a player and Frank Lampard is a manager. Depending on your narrative, depending on what you're trying to push as an agenda, you will always find something to say about him, and somehow it's gonna make sense. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. If you want to help the channel, it's very simple. Please subscribe, share, comment down below, smash that like button. It's not gonna cost you any money. It's gonna take you only 1 second to help the channel. Much appreciated. So my brothers and sisters from Canada, are you ready for Super Frankie as your manager? Because he's been linked with the national team of Canada. So I was saying at the beginning of the video that Frank Lampard is very controversial in English football. As a player, nothing really to say. As a manager, some people give him credit, some people will never give him credit. And that is the nature of the world. You can't convince everybody. The first time, let's just go back to the Derby County days, right? Derby County almost brought them back to the Premier League, lost on the final, the playoff finals at Wembley. That where he lost it. And then Chelsea Football Club were under transfer ban. They couldn't find really an established manager. They knew they're not gonna sign everybody or anybody. So they had to go to Chelsea legend Frank Lampard to come and rescue the team. Came, and then he did okay. He did good. He did great, in my opinion, to be honest with you, because a bunch of kids losing Eden Hazard, not being able to replace him or bring a proper number 9 to score goals. He did good. The chances created were immense, nobody to finish chances, just like Chelsea of today. No Costa, no proper number 9, a bunch of kids, 18, 19 years old, and he managed to qualify them for the Champions League next season. That was quite an achievement, and he developed a lot of youngsters. Today, if you know Mason Mount, Tomori, Tammy Abraham, Reece James and all that, because of Frank Lampard. So, depending on how you see it, I think he was a very, very good appointment for Chelsea back then. He saved them. And then went to Everton. It didn't work out the way it is, but Everton is Everton. Been that way for years. They hire all kind of managers, including Ancelotti. Nothing worked. It's a particular situation when it comes to Everton. Came back to Chelsea. I can't really count that as an appointment, because you know that you are living in couple months. You just came to give a feel-good factor for a team that were struggling, right? They had like 1,000 players that they bought all over the world. They couldn't even eat together. They couldn't even train together. So many of them. It was a mess. And what a player can do knowing that the manager is leaving in 2 months. So that is a non-event for me. But he still got some credit in the bank, in my opinion. But some people will jump with narratives and a lot of nonsense. That is their opinions. National team. Let's now talk about the national team. In the national team, you have the team for a couple of weeks. You don't have time to train or develop anybody. You have time to bring character, push the team to win something in a very short period of time. Probably that could be a good thing for Frank Lampard, because he likes to be patient and develop a bunch of kids. He takes risks. He doesn't care about his reputation. Just because he was a kid, one time, 17, 18 years old, nobody believed in him. hard work is the reason why he became the Frank Lampard we know. He doesn't have a particular skills. He can't dribble, he can't tackle or do amazing flashy stuff like other players, but hard work, repetition of something over and over again. If you listen to his uncle Harry Redknapp, excuse me, he would tell you that that guy is gonna stay until the night just practicing shooting. The rest is history. Top scorer in the history of Chelsea Football Club for a midfielder. So he wanna help. He wanna be there with the kid. He wanna trust them no matter how bad you are. He believes in hard work will pay off. That is not particularly good for the national team. The national team, you need character. You need to be mean to a certain extent, because today's generation, you have to be just tough. They just don't listen. They have their own way of doing their stuff. They would prefer to go back home and play video games than practice on their weaknesses. So the national team, him going to the national team might be like, listen, I don't have time to coach. I don't have time to improve. I'm not here to improve anybody. I'm here to win. So he's going to be harsh, tough on players, bring a little bit of character, and he's going to get respect from players, because this is Frank Lampard we're talking about here. So for me, it could be a good appointment. The problem is, depend on the players that you have though. Canada got a good generation of players like Alphonso Davies, Jonathan David, and some other bowlers that play in Europe. Frank Lampard knows particularly Ike Ugbo, because he used to be in the Chelsea academy, and some other bowlers from here and there. So many of them in the MLS. So depend on the players that you have. You are as good as your players sometimes, but you also need some character. Like Antonio Conte managed to get Italy to, I don't know, quarterfinal or semi-final of Euros with probably the worst Italian team in years because of character. He chose the players with character who can just do the job for him for a short period of time. Let me know if you think Frank Lampard is gonna be a good manager, a good national team manager, or you think he's gonna be like Southgate, very soft, no character. He's gonna be like Greg Berhalter in USA. And let's keep the conversation going. I think it's a big risk for him and for the national team of Canada, but you never know until you try.